Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another video. And I said this before when I talked about the finale of the first season of Yashahime. So I did say I want to talk about what do I want to expect in season 2. So, which I'm glad we're getting season 2 because how it ended, it should leave for a second season. So. But it's confirmed otherwise, so which I'm happy about either way. So glad we're getting the second season. So, but what I talk about, what are the things that what do I want to more developed in season 2? What we want to expect more in season 2? Well, first of all, okay, because there's a recap how it ended, right? After that badass fight with Toa and Moroha in their full demon forms, going all out against Lord Kiritimaru, yeah. But after end all that though, they still lost. So, and Setsuna died, but she died kind of peacefully. But it's like calling Toa finally calling her sis, which was nice. But the thing is, though, and then with Sesshomaru giving Toa his broken Tenseiga, so to try to see if she can make use of it. So in season 2, which yes, Setsuna is at this point dead right now, but she be brought back to life. Yes, that's what I definitely is going to be assume is going to be because. After thinking of Toa's all her effort tried to get her sister's dreams back from the dream butterfly, and to have her perish like that with her sister's arms, and after that finally calling her sis and all that, it was really emotional for Toa, in which gave her all the rage for her to become her full demon form, which was cool by the way. And Shoma giving her the Tenseiga because it's kind of broken the same way that her sword is broken. And since she can manufacture a broken sword with a demon blade, I assume how they can bring Toa back with Setsuna brings Setsuna back with Toa using the Tenseiga to forge a demon blade from that, and maybe that's how she'll use to bring back Setsuna. So one thing I'll say that how Setsuna is going to be brought back. Yes, she's gonna come back to life, and Toa's gonna use that broken Tenseiga now to forge a demon, using her powers to make a demon blade, like she did for her sword, to use as a Tenseiga, and then probably use it to bring her sister back. Sorry, excuse me, my nose is getting congested up again. So it was perfectly fine, and I started doing this, and my nose is getting all caught up again. Excuse me. But that's one thing. And second of it, I said before, I'll be really quick on this because I said this countless times. Where's Shippo? We still don't know. We'll get to that. We'll see him sometime in the next season, though. But even if so, does his appearance become irrelevant to any of the stories or anything? No. But it's just be nice to see him, though. So that's one thing, alright? Just I've said countless times to just be short and sweet on that. So yeah, Shippo, yeah. So yeah, the next I want to say is the music by Kuru Wada or Wada. The music in this season of Yashahime was great. Now, was it on the same level on the score from Inuyasha? No, but there's a lot of pieces of the score of Inuyasha that I love. But Kiriwara coming back to do the score for this show, it was great too. It was great. Different pieces of music that I enjoyed, and I hope that continues on in the next season. I hope the music continues to become good. Like when especially when something good is going to happen, the epicness of the music gets more exciting, something like that. So I hope the music will continue on to becoming better. So that's another thing. The music, I will still say. Um, second, and then the next one is about that windmill time machine, just like brought up like in the second last episode of episode 23. How that ended up coming up out of nowhere. What was it used? Because it shows that probably like Kirimaru is Lord Kirimaru is aware of this, and even Sashomaru, he was looking for that little pinwheel that we saw going by, which he lets it go into the to look at the Rin. That's gonna be something that's gonna be play a part in. It has to be something with a time machine, a windmill time machine or something like that. Is it moved a little bit, and which I think has to tie in with something with like the Grim Comet, because that's another thing regarding about the Grim Comet, because in the present day, Soto is there with his kid May, and Toa's teacher, like I said, Kirin, is there, which he's able to see it, but not Soto or anybody else, which hence that's why he's probably a puppet of Kirimar, which he can probably use him there to see in the future. So that's another thing, which more on Kirin, Osama Kirin, Toa's teacher, more on him, and how is he, and like I said, assuming that he's a puppet of Kirimar, like, that's why he's able to see the comment, but no one else can, even Sota. So we'll get more of the Grim Comet, and how were these demons coming out of the fragments of the comments? How are they keep on coming out of it? Not sure about that, but hopefully we'll see more about on the teacher, and then on the comet itself, and including on the windmill time machine. Let's see here. So I made up a list. I made up a list of stuff I want. I made up a list. That's why I'm looking over here. I made a list of things I want to, in case I don't forget, or what I want to expect in the second season. So yeah, I got the music, the other things, like I said. Secondary characters. I want to bring that up because more we got to see them, which is nice. Like especially a grown up Kohaku. We get to see Kaede once again. Moroku Sango, of our old characters, right? Even them, including a Hisui as well, and Moroku Sango's daughters, Kinyu and Gokuto. So I'd like to see more of them. I mean, especially with Kohaku and Hisui are on the poster though, but throughout most of the show, they made some appearances, but not a whole lot. I mean, granted, Hisui more in episode 13 because he was dealing with conflict with his dad, Moroku. I think he was also in more in that episode of 19 with that whole tournament thing, though. Which I'll get into about that because that's a filler episode, which I'll get into about filler episodes, but talk about secondary characters right now. But yeah, so I see them, but I want to see more of them because, like I said, with Kaede, she's like the wisest, or pretty much knows almost everything in this what happened with this world. But I'm pretty sure I don't think she doesn't know what happened for what she told Toa. She doesn't know what happened with Rin. But does she know about what happened with Inuyasha and Kagome? I don't think so either. But I wanted to see, speaking with secondary characters, but also which also leads into some more development here. I wanted, since Kaede knows about, of course she knows about Inuyasha and Kagome. I would like to see with Moroha, like maybe Kaede tell Moroha about her parents and how they were together from the past, and how they were during this whole battle with Naraku and everything else. How Kagome's time from the present and back then, back and forth. How how she was with Inuyasha. That's another thing. More secondary characters need to be more screen time, like Kaede, Hisui, and Kohaku, but also at the same time more development as well. Especially, like I said, maybe Kaede can explain to Moroha about her parents, because she knows them very well, of course. Or or maybe go with the Sango and Moroku. They know how they were during their journeys. You know how they're always bickering at each other. So yeah, I like to hear more development, especially with Moroha, because I love Moroha. She's my favorite in this series. Of course, even though I love Toa and I love Setsuna as well, though. But out of the trio, it's easily Moroha because I love them. You know, I love Kagome and Inuyasha because I like to see their relationship. I want her more hard to know what the relationship with her parents were and how they were with each other. That's that's a character development I would love to see. And yes, I would love, but maybe by the second season, where I would love to Moroha finally get to meet her parents. Yes, of course, we all do, of course. But that's another thing, which leads to another thing of where Kagome and Inuyasha whereabouts. You know, sure, have been still in the Black Pearl, which leads to like the Toga's grave. But where have they been all this time? Have they been trapped in that place the whole entire time? Sure, we don't need a full episode dedicated to that though. But we'd like to see like images or even flashbacks or something like that, to know where Kagome and Inuyasha has been all this time. It makes me wonder: have they aged? Have they aged during all that time? Because I don't think there's nothing that stands between space and time. So I'd assume they aged as they were, because I don't think that just shouldn't affect time anyway. So, because I think if it's been 14 years, you know, since the time when the girls are 14 years, you know, I would assume that they've aged. Well, especially Kagome and Rin, obviously, but Inuyasha too. But since he's half demon, but that's one other thing though. But where have they been? That's what we want to know. See, like, seems that the flashes. I like to see Moroha's development into Bor, how the relationship with her parents were. Of course, wanting to see them, of course. More other things. Like I said, with Kohaku, I want to see Kohaku do more demon slaying stuff since he's the chief and all that. Yeah, and it's nice that he's growing up and to become the next head chief of the demon slayers. More Hisui as well. And it's what to say with Kaede too. More with Sango and Moroku, because we saw like in two, well, three episodes. Well, the first episode, yes, but she was only briefly in the episode 13, and then a little bit in episode 15. But I want to see more. I want to see more of Sango and Moroku, like how he completed his 1,000-day, finally completed his 1,000-day training, because with that much he had left when we saw him, he probably has like 7 months left, I think, or was it 8? It's around there. Like we like to see him. What happens if he completes a 1,000-day training? Will he get this certain kind of power he's been seeking? Maybe. Like you said, it's like it's not pointless training anyway. But will I just see him complete his 1,000-day training? Will he tame this sort of divine power he's been seeking for? What else? And even more like development. Like I know though the whole time it's been development between Toa and Setsuna, even when Setsuna gets brought back to life via Tenseiga. Yeah, since she called her sis, will we see Setsuna be revert back to how she was back when she was a little kid, you know, all happy with her sister before the whole forest fire? Or will she still remain like almost like distant and all that, but now that she knows they called her sis, will she retain like some of that happiness that she was when she was a kid to Toa now, right? It's like, oh, oh, sis and all that stuff, calling her sis most of the time. Will we get more of that if she gets brought back, you know? We'll see on that. The more development on between the two of them is not, just call it more like a sister talk, you know, so. And also in the next season, what are the villains that we're gonna? What other villains we're gonna get? Because I know Kirimaru, after though he beat them though, says he'll face them again next time. And we had Zero and Riku as well. But what are the villains that we want to see? Well, I know it's not gonna be the same level like Naraku was, because Naraku, he was just the one villain that they've been trying so hard to stop throughout the whole entire show of Inuyasha, because especially it was because they're all trying to seek the shards of the Shikon Jewel, because Naraku wants to use it for power and use it for destruction and for his own personal gain. You know, he's just been, but the whole reason because they would so belittle trying to stop Naraku, this great villain, because they need the shards of the Shikon Jewel, and he's been collecting it, and it's different with in Yashahime because of the rainbow pearls, but our trio wasn't really seeking the rainbow pearls, because Toa, all she cared about was getting her sister's dreams back. Moa couldn't care less because she's been, trying to repay the debt that she had. So it's kind of different though. But with Naraku, with the Shikon Jewel, every time he gets a shard, he gets stronger, and of course to deal with his incarnations like Hyakudo and Kagura, Kana. And Hyakudoshi, that's what I was saying, Hyakudoshi. And all these other stuff though, but Kirimaru, he's great, especially the last fight, he showed he was still powerful, even with the twins' demon forms. And others, Moro's demon forms, he still lost, it shows he's still very powerful. But what other villains that we're going to get that's going to be good besides Kirimaru? I mean, the Four Perils, I like the Four Perils. Well, the first one they defeated, which was the red skeleton one, Jakasu. No, that was the son. Tiakuzu. Oh crap! Give me a second here. Tokotsu. That was the first ones, like Tokotsu. I'm getting confused with Totetsu. Tokotsu. We didn't know much about him. Well, we saw his half body was delivered, and we saw the skeleton form. So that was not that much though. But the other ones like Kyuki, Totetsu, and Konton. Now Kyuki, I think she was. We getting a little bit of development of her in some other early episodes, but then in one episode she was they fought and then she was defeated. I mean, I felt that she was rushed though, but like I said before, I liked her design. I liked her. I did like her design. And but it's too bad that she was defeated in one episode. So, well, Rico took her pearl and he disintegrated her basically. But Kyuki, I liked, but I just wish she was more developed. Totetsu, I enjoyed. He's this demon who just enjoyed eating monks, but he did show he was a bit powerful. In episode 13, he was for Toa and Setsuna to handle, until when Setsuna used her demon form to poison him with her poison hand. But I liked Totetsu and then Konton. Well, I like Totetsu's design too, and Konton I enjoyed. I like Konton because how he deems everything distasteful to him, and I liked his design. I forgot to mention this, but the more I look at Totetsu, this may become a weird comparison in a way. But the more I look at Konton, I was getting sort of vibes from like how sort of features he looked, like different sort of features. Like I was getting like Lopan vibes, but the look wise. What I mean by Lopan from Big Trouble Little China. Well, what I mean by that, well, I think it was like the mustache, the tall hat, and how and well, especially how tall he was, but I don't know, just how the way he was. But I know it's a weird comparison though. But I was just this is the way somehow some parts of the way he looked, and then I was getting like it kind of like gives me like Lopan vibes, you know. But that's a weird comparison though. But that's why I initially thought. But I like Konton. He did show he was also, like I said, a sneaky, shady a-hole of a villain. Especially when he killed those rat creatures that made the fire robe and the iron and the armor of the Iron Rat. It's like rats are such useless creatures. I didn't need to kill him. I just thought as well I did. It shows what he's a douche. How he's so much of a douchebag he is. It's trying to show that he can use all these spells. Try to to fight against our trio, and I know I like Konton. I just like his look of them. I like the design of Konton. I like Totetsu. I like Kyuki, Tokotsu. Well, we didn't know much about him, so. But yeah, but other than those are the other villains though. But I like the ones I like Kyuki, I like Totetsu, but I like of those three ones, the perils. I like Konton. I'm always having fun with that. It's like how distasteful, and which sadly his death was to me distasteful. In a way, I'm like, oh man, really? Is that how he went out? Really? I mean, Totetsu, I that was more I enjoyed. His defeat was. It was surprised that just Rico all of a sudden just took his head off just like that. But with Konton, that was disappointing. Like I said, his death to me was disappointing and also distasteful. I just like this. I just like how he uses the word distasteful for. Yeah, I like Konton. So, other than Kirimaru Zero. I mean, for her reasons, yeah, the pearls were cleared from her tears. She didn't want to deal with all that. That's why she got rid of Demon powers by creating the rainbow pearls. But although by the end she got the pearls back and she Spider-Man'd out of there with her webbing. But other than Kirimaru, Zero is all right though. All right, but other villains in the show, to me, I thought I liked best was Konton, to be honest, because I liked him. But for next season, hopefully we get more better villains other than Kirimaru or Zero or even Riku. I mean, I wonder how his relationship with Toa is going to lead further, because he's the one who likes Toa the most, and he said that he likes her, and same with Toa, that she likes him too. That's one of the things. I wonder how in the next season how Toa and Riku's relationship will be. Will Toa consider him as an enemy now? Will he fight him? Because with Riku, he isn't fully, since he's a doll. He doesn't understand mostly emotions, and especially he doesn't understand what love is. So, hopefully we'll get more of a development on the relationship between Toa and Riku. How will it go down? And I said some more better villains, other than those three, Kirimaru, Zero, and Riku. Although the other ones I liked, though, the four perils, well, except for the first one, though. But other than the three, Konton I enjoyed the most. So, so I was gaining. I was looking for more developments, villains, design, music. Kagome Inuyasha, other characters like Kohaku, Kaede, Hisui, all the other characters. Was I missing anything else? Hopefully we'll get, oh yeah, oh, I mentioned before, filler episodes. Yeah, I mentioned episode 19. Hopefully we don't get more episodes like those. I understand episode 19 because it's sort of more of the calm down. You know, because before those episodes were getting pretty good, you know, it was really great though. I understand this episode was more, you know, just to give us a chance to slow down or catch our breath in that type of way. I get that part. But do we need an episode? I think that episode was pointless. It didn't make anything irrelevant to the current story. Because all it was is that one girl who was the daughter of that leader we saw earlier, you know, when Toa was taken captive. All because she got a little speck of mud on her clothes by Mara and Setsuna. That was it. That's completely irrelevant to the whole story was. So, yeah, filler episodes like those we do not need. Unless it's make it a filler episode that develops like good with a character. So, other than that, though, yeah, I'm referring about filler episodes we don't really need unless it's a really good one like that one. Episode 19 was definitely my least favorite of the series of that season. So, yeah, filler episodes. Yeah, I had to make sure I get that in there. So what else about what I mean from second of the season? I think I pretty much covered most things. I mentioned Toga. It was also great that Toga in this show was more developed than more in the previous show, though. But although through exposition, like what Miyoga said, but it was nice to see that Toga was being more told more in this show than the previous show. Maybe we can see more in flashbacks. Maybe. Because we saw how he was with him and Kirimaru. It seemed like they're almost like friends / rivals. We also would like to see another flashback of that, how they were. But yeah, that's that's another thing. So I think I pretty much covered. What I expect want in Yashahime season 2. So yeah, with our trio, like I said, Setsuna, she's gonna be brought back. For why I know that Toa using her powers to forge a blade from the broken Tenseiga to do that. Because even the poster, which I'll put this on this side right here, I think either side, right? Because it shows in the promo poster that she has a different sword. Which that's another thing. I assume it's going to be the Heavenly Sword, which Todesai mentioned when he was riding on his flying cow and Jochen was talking to him, and he mentioned the Heavenly Sword. I assume that's going to be the sword what you see in the promo poster with Toa. You know, there's a promo poster with Toa saying we're next to the Tree of Ages, right? And he's holding this sword. I think that sword is going to be the Heavenly Sword that Todesai was talking about. So maybe that's it. We don't know yet. But yeah, using we put the poster like either one side here just to, just show what I expect for the second season. So, but yeah, I think I pretty much covered all of it. So hopefully, let me know what your thoughts on what you want to see in season 2, because I pretty much covered a lot of the stuff what I expected to see. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you want to expect in the second season. So. But hopefully it won't be long. Hopefully it's gonna be released like in October was the first season. Hopefully sometime toward the end of 2021. So not like until next year, but hopefully maybe it'll be released sometime in the fall of maybe let's say October of this year. We'll see on that though. But I think I pretty much covered what I expected, what I want in the second season. So you just let me know what your thoughts you had. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and we'll see y'all later.